Hello everyone. Our topic is improving text analytics data quality with advanced NLP. So here is the code which we have used Python in our programming language. Firstly, we have imported the libraries which is the pandas, re, and NLTK, and we have downloaded the necessary NLTK data files and the data sets where we use these libraries and functions to clean the noisy data or we can say reduction of data, like it will detect the unwanted text and unordered text and cleans the data and gives the output in a clean form, that is we can say in an ordered form also, and we have defined the clean text data, and you can see the data sets here. These are the unordered data we have listed, and we are going to run the program. This is the code. We need to type python text cleaning.py for running the program, and we get the output as we have already got the output text clean data completed and clean data set saved. So here is the clean data. I can show you here. The data sets has cleared, and it is in the ordered form. Now we are into the text cleaning with AI. Text cleaning with AI, which is nothing but this script trains a logistic regression model for a text classification using a TI, TF, IDF features, and then it splits the clean data sets into training and testing sets, fits the model, and it makes predictions. It's nothing but it gives the accurate values which AI detects the noisy data, and it gives the correct and accurate data set. Like here you can see zero represents the noisy data and one represents the clean data. You can see the output.
Hello everyone, I am going to explain you about visualization. Basically the visualization that provides insight into text analytic performance and model evaluation. First one will be the confusion matrix. The confusion matrix shows classification accuracy by comparing actual versus predicted tables. It also helps to identify the misclassified data points. The confusion matrix is basically represented as a heat map by using Seaborn. Here is the Seaborn. It is basically used to represent the confusion matrix in a heat map form. The heat map highlights true positives, false positive, true negatives, and also the false negatives. To run the confusion matrix, here is the code: Python space confusion underscore matrix.py. Confusion underscore matrix.py is the file name we need to use. So this is the output of the confusion matrix. The diagonal values, that is top left and bottom right, represent correct classification, and the off diagonal value shows classification errors, that is false positive and false negatives. The second one in the visualization is the anomaly detection distribution. Basically it identifies outliers by plotting a histogram of anomaly scores. It also helps in detecting irregularities in text data. Anomaly scores are computed as the absolute difference between actual and the predicted labels. This is the code to run the anomaly detection distribution.py. First we need to write Python, then file name, that is anomaly detection distribution.py. The output of anomaly detection distribution: higher frequency at score 1, more misclassification, possible anomalies. Then here is the lower frequency at score 0, more accurate classification. The third one in visualization process is ROC curve. ROC stands for receiver operating characteristics. It basically evaluates model performance by plotting true positive rate versus false positive rate. The area under curve value indicates model effectiveness. Here is the code to run the ROC curve. First we need to write Python, then file name, that is ROC underscore curve.py. So this is the output of the ROC curve. Higher area under curve, that is approximately equal to 1.0. Model is effective at distinguishing between normal and noisy text, but lower area under the curve, that is approximately equal to 0.5. Model is performing poorly, similar to random guessing. The last visualization is pie chart. The pie chart displays proportion of clean versus noisy text. For quick interpretation, it is very useful for understanding dataset which is balanced. Here is the code to run the pychart.py. First, we need to write Python. Then we need to mention the file name, that is pychart.py. So this is the output of the pie chart. Here we can see that it is clearly distinguished the clean dataset and the noisy dataset, which are resides in our dataset.
At first, we have installed the libraries such as Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, Seaborn, and Streamlit. And then we have to read the database. Then splitted the database as chain data and test. We used logistic regression model for training. Then using the test data, we have predicted the accuracy of the data.
Hello everyone. So now I'm gonna explain you about the front end and back end, how we are going to connect to the IBM cloud network. So basically back end is server.js whereas front end is index.html. In server.js we use the constant express to express the CSV files. That is, we usually upload the files and get the data sets, like how the path is read, how to clear the previous data, how the deletion of data occurs when the file is uploaded. So to root the dataset, we use res.json dataset, which means root to a flag, and this flag is shows that how the root is getting successfully flagged. And to export the CSV and how the front end works, this is all the process on which the server.js works on. So in server.js, this is basically on the IBM cloud storage. Here we have the API key which is used, that is this URN IBM parentus. This is the API key which we have got by using server.js. So for uploading it on the IBM cloud, we are gonna deploy the model. So here the API key we have used, and now I'm gonna explain you about the front end of index.html. Here index.html is basically like how we get the front end part. We use the CSV files, like we export the data sheets and include the data sets, how noisy it is, how flagged and how clean text are going to be produced. So these are the global variables to store the data instances. To update the chart, we use the document key, element key. We usually update it by using the CSV files. And to run the server.js, we use the code as npm I express multi CSV parser course, which means that 17 packages are included, and we get the server, that is HTTP localhost 3001, which creates the front end dashboard. Here is the link, and we are gonna click on this, and here we get the data set which is getting uploaded. We have choose the file, and here are the dataset visualization flagged rows. Here if we choose flag option, it gets flagged there. Like, let me take it around. Okay, let me take it around the 24th option, like flag, and here it gets flagged. So you can see the difference, and these are the flagged rows. So now let me conclude about the topic. So our topic was basically on NLP text cleaning data analytics. This phase successfully improves the text data quality using the state of NLP models, ensuring enhanced accuracy and efficiency. The system integrates seamlessly with IBM Cloud for scalable deployment, providing robust insights to text and processing the quality improvement. So we make sure that it is implemented in the real world enterprise application. So this would be an helpful, and we thank IBM for giving us the great project to work on it. Thank you.